New legal troubles for the city and county of Denver. Thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5 this Wednesday. I'm Jessica Porter.
And I'm Micah Smith. A lawsuit filed Tuesday is alleging that shelters across Denver discriminated against those with disabilities, in some cases allegedly even denying them pain management treatments and medication.
Denver 7's Veronica Acosta spoke with several of the plaintiffs about what they went through and is breaking down the lawsuit tonight.
There are 6 people, as well as a nonprofit organization, that are suing the city and county of Denver over what they call a violation of disability law.
This case is very personal.
For decades, Mindy Polson's nights have looked different. Some have been spent in city shelters, others on city streets.
I got 20 years out, more than 20 years on the street out here.
5 years ago, nights got even tougher for her.
I have a colostomy bag. They took my colon out.
To care for her colostomy bag, Polson says she needs medical scissors, which she alleges shelters in Denver didn't allow her to have.
I started using their scissors because they wouldn't let me have mine, and it started injuring me. It was slicing and cutting up my colon, and it started swelling and becoming very painful.
The reason we're filing this lawsuit is
It's why she's one of 6 plaintiffs suing the city and county of Denver. The 37-page lawsuit says Denver, quote, failed to ensure that individual plaintiffs and numerous other disabled houseless individuals are able to access life-saving shelter. It outlines Polson's experience at the 48th Street Women's Shelter while speaking to the struggles of others, too.
We have another plaintiff who uses insulin and was forced to store his insulin not in a refrigerated place. That clearly defeats the efficacy of the insulin and causes him serious injury. These are just a few of the accommodations that the shelters are not providing.
Denver's Department of Housing Stability, which helps run shelter sites in the city, sent a statement saying in part it's, quote, always working to improve the shelter system and meet the needs of our unhoused neighbors. The city attorney's office simply saying, quote, as this matter is currently in litigation, we're unable to comment. As for those suing, they're making their voices heard.
The goal is to make sure that every single person in the city of Denver who wants to access shelter can, whether they're disabled or not.
In Denver, Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Attorneys told us the lawsuit is based on the Americans with Disabilities Act, the Rehab Act, and the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act.
Last month, House Keys Action Network Denver released a scorecard for Mayor Johnston on how they think he's handling homelessness. I took a look at that scorecard, specifically at the shelter section. Hand gave Mayor Johnston an overall D+ grade for his handling of shelters. His highest grade was a C-, both for his House 1000 initiative pertaining to visible encampments and for reporting on shelter exits, demographics, and rule changes. Hand's lowest grade for Johnston was an F for lack of increased non-police safety teams. Hand's scorecard also said the mayor failed to set up a shelter evaluation system through a non-biased entity.